There we go. We're live.
We're here with the Spinney Brothers. I'm Scott Wilkins, the backstage view. Rick and Alan Spinney here at the Joe Val Festival. You guys just put on a great workshop. Last night, an amazing show set that you guys did.
Thank you very much.
So you guys out of Nova Scotia, tell me, how did it start? Your brothers, you sing amazingly. How did the band start?
Well, it started back in the early 80s for us, really, I think we were working in a construction industry. We were doing some home renovations, and up in the attic we found an old Flat and Scruggs live record, and we took it home, we recorded it, and we took it back, we returned it. But that was the first time we had heard bluegrass music as we knew it. Now, our family was musical. Country music was big in our family growing up, so music was always a part of our family. But when we first heard the sounds of Flat and Scruggs, I mean, we wanted to learn bluegrass music.
It's the magic.
Yeah, we made a trip from the East Coast to the West Coast. We moved out there to work in the forest industry. We lived up in the mountains for 3-4 months, I guess.
Where at?
In
What town?
British Columbia. So we were up in, we worked in Clearwater.
Vavenby area, northern BC.
And we had some old cassette tapes with some bluegrass cassette tapes, and we listened to them every single day in the old pickup truck. And that was where we cut our teeth on the music itself.
Really? Yeah.
We moved back to Nova Scotia, bought a guitar and a banjo, and
Went to our first live bluegrass festival. That really hooked us on the bug.
Yeah.
What festival was that?
It was one of the oldest in Nova Scotia, the Ardois Festival.
Are they still
Still
happening?
going, yeah. The Nova
Did you guys
Scotia
play
Bluegrass.
there?
Yeah, we
40,
did.
I
Yeah.
think it's
that's amazing.
45 years coming up.
Yeah.
That's special that you play there as well.
Yeah.
Are there other siblings?
We have a sister as well. Yeah, she never really got into the music. Never played a whole lot, but she still likes music though, and she's
Sure.
part of the family.
Oh, that's great. Well, we were just talking before of an interesting story about you guys were coming home on a long trip. So tell us the story, because that's a big fan in a bear. What happened with that?
Oh,
What was that?
We reminded of that.
yeah, we were so close. We've been out for, I think, 18 days or
Yeah.
something like that. We've been on the road. We were on our way home. We were coming back from Indiana. We were only an hour and a half from home, and what time of day was it?
It was just come dark.
Just come dark, yeah, so 7 o'clock or so.
We had just driven 25 straight hours.
Right.
And we were almost home.
Yeah, the black bear darted out across in front of us.
Wow.
He was in a hurry to get home too, I guess.
He was in Howard too.
He didn't make out so well. We were okay. Everybody
He
survived.
was looking for the front row seats to the next Spinney
Right,
Brothers.
yeah.
So you guys you have a real big hit that I Want My Dog Back. That seems to be getting play everywhere. Getting a lot of fans out of that, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's a song. We questioned recording that song. Is a song written by Tom T. Hall, and we were wondering, should we record that? And well, for us in the band, it was easy. I mean, each of us in the band had been divorced once, so I Want My Dog Back really hit home with us, and that's probably one of our most requested songs. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the band. How long are they with you? And
Well, our mandolin player's come up to his 25th year with the Spinney Brothers, and it's been a great road. He's a great addition to the band. Alan and I carry most of the load in the singing aspect of the band, but he does all of our booking, and he carries the band well with his mandolin and his songwriting as well.
oh, that's great.
He's a big part of how we are able to get our music, branched out to so many different areas.
Yeah.
Right.
And to work full time, because being a full time musician, it's all about getting the bookings, and his work ethic is through the roof, and you need that,
Right.
So
So it's what else? I'm sorry.
that's all right. All right, now.
Oh, I wanted to ask you about the harmonies are amazing. Something that only brothers, it seems, could do. What's the practice routine like? Do you guys
It's changed over the years. I mean, now our practice routine isn't like it used to be. You know, when we were learning the music, I mean, we've often said, you know, we wanted the music to sound like we heard it.
Right.
And so sometimes Canadians, and it's no disrespect to Canadians or Maritimers for that matter, but we found that you know, a lot of the sounds that we were hearing Canadian bands sing had a Canadian sound, and we really wanted the music to sound American. That's, you know, that's the roots of the music that we did. So we kind of phrase our words, you know, kind of how Flat and Scruggs and Spinney Brothers. So when we were singing, we try and phrase everything that way and give us that.
And that comes easier as time goes on and you listen to it more and more and more. We've listened to the music so much that it's become part of who we are now.
Yeah.
But besides Flat and Scruggs and the Spinney Brothers, who were some of your other influences?
Oh, Mac Wiseman.
Yeah, for me, of course, classic country music, you know, is really where my beginning came from. Merle Haggard and George Jones, you know, in the 60s and 70s. And bluegrass really didn't get introduced into my life, and Rick's as well, until, you know, the early mid-80s.
Right.
But and then like bands like David Parmley, you know, that was Bluegrass Cardinals.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Lonesome River Band, all those bands. When we first get into the music, those are very huge influences for
Right.
us.
You guys are obviously carrying the traditional aspect with you, even say, you know, in your show, how
Yeah.
anything, as long as it's traditional. You know.
Yeah, we're traditional based for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
That's great. And so you're off to Florida next?
We are fly to Florida today.
I can't understand why you'd want to.
I know, you know,
February
we
New
love
England.
the cold here in New England, but you know, there's something tugging at us. It could be the heat from the sun that's really drawing us to Florida.
But you're not staying for long. You're going to then come back to the cold again, right? To Ohio.
Yeah.
Right. So you guys play how many shows a year?
We're around 100 shows, and 80% of those are here in the United States. And you know, we've said so many times before, we're so appreciative as Canadians to be able to work here in the States. This is the birthplace of the music, and for us to be able to work here as much as we do is, you know, we're very appreciative of that.
But you do play locally back home.
Sure.
Yep.
Nova Scotia, is that near what is it, Nally McMaster?
It
Was
is.
it Great Britain?
Yeah,
or
Cape
Britain?
Breton. Yeah.
Because I read how there's more fiddle players there than anywhere else in the world.
That's one of the biggest festivals in the Maritimes. Is one called Celtic Colors, right in Cape Breton, Nova Scotia.
Do you guys play there? Or?
We haven't played there, no, but it's a different scene, you know. It's the Celtic type of music.
Right, it's not the traditional.
Right.
Yeah.
But a lot of fiddle.
A lot of fiddle.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, it's on the list of places to visit just based on the musicians that we meet. Yeah. Well, that's great, guys. Well, it was nice speaking with you. And how do we find you on the internet and Facebook?
Yeah, we're everywhere. Social media gurus, you know, so look us up on SpinneyBrothers.com, and of course we have a Facebook page as well.
New projects coming up?
Absolutely. Every year we try and get something out. So we've got the middle of March, 1st of April will be a release of a new project that we've got pretty much all done now, and just a matter of getting it manufactured.
And you got the tour schedule for the summer? I guess that keeps...
Yeah.
As long as... your bandmate is working right
exactly.
now.
He should be working on that. Right
that's
now.
why he's not here now. Is we got to get him working hard. Well, anyway, thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank
you. Nice meeting you. You were saying something else? I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say, you know, for folks that are looking for that new CD coming out in March, it's going to be called "Living the Dream," and it really is the song speaks of you know, musicians like ourselves and so many others out there that are living the dream. Being able to play bluegrass music, you know, as a full-time occupation really is it's a blessing.
And how do we get it?
Yeah, it'll be available. It's on Mountain Fever Records, and we'd really like to thank Mountain Fever Records for this. Will be our 4th release on Mountain Fever Records, and they do a great job in but you can get us on the SpinneyBrothers.com.
Let's just say a few words about the process of putting the album together. When you do put it together, you said this is your 4th album with Mountain Fever. How's the process like? You guys.
Ours is a little different process because we're in Canada. Mountain Fever's in Willis, Virginia. So again, there's a little different process there. What we do is we fly Ron Stewart. A lot of bluegrass musicians are familiar with Ron Stewart from the Boxcars, and he's an amazing musician, but he's also an amazing engineer as well. So we fly him up to Nova Scotia. He spends a week up there, and we do all the recording up there. He takes the project back home with him. He'll lay his fiddle tracks down and do the mixing, and then we'll work with him back and forth on the mixing to get everything right.
So you're not all together when you're doing it.
Not all at the same time.
It's technology.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta love technology. It makes it feasible for a bluegrass band, to be able to put a project together at the level that we're trying to do.
But when you go to record and put it together, it costs money, time's of the essence. What's the way that you guys get your songs together? Is it like you're constantly writing, or is it more like, we have an album out, let's put the pedal to the metal?
We're collecting songs that other people have written through the year. We're always filtering, sifting through what's appropriate for us, what fits our style.
Right.
How we did this one and how we've done other ones before is, maybe 3 or 4 months in advance, we'll have collected all the songs and we'll start listening to all those songs, and then we'll make a short list each time we listen down, songs that we've written and then songs that other people have written, and then, so we'll have everything ready to go. A couple months before we go in the studio, we'll work those songs up, so when we hit the studio, we're ready to go with those songs and not waste time in the studio trying to learn them. So it's a process for sure.
Yeah. All right. Yep. Well, again,
okay, good
seeing you.
Thank you so much.
Be in touch.
All right.
All right. Thanks.